Hey guys, so I just looked up the definition of narcissism because I was feeling curious as to what it actually said. In as I googled narcissism, so it says the narc personality style characterized by an excessive focus on oneself and at the expense of others. So the self-entitlement, and it's always at the expense of others. Narcissist personality disorder, which is actually a mental disorder. And it gives somebody the sense of entitlement, the sense of importance, and a need for admiration, and very little to lack of empathy. And again, they have that grandiosity, the sense of superiority, and everything is exaggerated, including their talents and all of their achievements. So again, that's that grandiose personality, right? So again, they're always lying and embellishing everything that they've done. And usually what I found with these people is since they've never made a move since, say, high school or childhood, they're always going back. They're going back and they're reflecting on their high school. So if they were a wrestler, a football player, a hockey player, that's what they always go back to, because most of the ones I know, whether they're into addictions or not, they just haven't made a move since then. So again, they'll always have that back in the day story, right? But it's like now you're 55. Like, what have you done since then? 1:33 on the timer. I thought it was just interesting that I actually looked it up just to see, instead of just kind of watching these channels and showing a little bit more. I thought it was interesting to look it up. I also just looked up if you could ever be happy with a narcissist. And it said, you might be able to, but the bad's always going to outweigh the good. So just something to reflect on there. Again, just making this a short right here. If you are in Canada right now and you're with somebody on Canada Day and you're not having a good day, just a little bit of a reflection there for you. If you're having a bad day and they probably caused a fight, especially if they're into addictions, they probably would have caused a fight by now. And again, generally just them hating everything, you probably would have had a shitty day anyway. So again, it's always good to stand in your power, break free, and cut ties with karmics, because some of those friends and families are karmics, and that's for you to learn the lesson and then just say, bye, I'm not taking anymore. Anyway, I just thought that was something a little quick tip there on if you do Google it, that's some of the information you're going to find. And again, if you are living with one right now and you're thinking, oh, I can make this work, always, just the last thing I want to say is the bad's always going to outweigh the good. Always the bad's good.